What's going on, world? Today is January 5th, 2021. It is your main man, Nick, getting buckets off the pick with my man, Ryan Rastovac with the strap, and our two-time guest, not just one time, Levante Miller cooking defenders like barbecue dinner. How are you gentlemen doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling. How are you?
Still black?
That was probably the coolest one you've done. I'm kind of jealous. But hey, ain't shit.
Is it because it was nice and sly? Just, hey, man.
It was good. It was good.
Because I didn't throw on all my other AKAs? Is that what it is? Go ahead and say it. Say it.
No,
Say it.
I liked the, I actually liked what you called Tay. It's pretty good. Pretty smooth.
I said that last time.
Did you?
I did.
I wasn't listening.
Actually, see, I write these down, world. Try to be professional. All right. So last week we were actually talking about a lot of things, but before we started the show, my man Ryan made a comment about Will being a diva like James Harden. So I'm like, wait, hold on. If we're saying that Will, Joe G's with the steez, Joe G's with the steez, is James Harden.
First of all, I did not say Will was a diva. I said I'm the only one that's not a superstar out here.
That's how I took it.
All of you are superstars. I am not. I'm the one who's here an hour before. You guys show up 5-10 minutes before.
I had a legitimate reason.
So you're Kobe Bryant.
No.
Oh, I tried to give you a compliment.
No, I'm not.
In that case, you're definitely Kobe.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice. Like,
Showing up
you
an
hear
hour.
that? You hear that? He's in the gym putting shots up. We weren't with you shooting in the gym. Just you.
No, you weren't.
But so you made the comment that Will was out here acting like a superstar. So I naturally assumed.
Now don't see. There you go, putting just Will. You were too.
But he was the latest. He's not here.
What do you mean he was the latest? He's not even here.
Right. So he's James Harden. But so if we're the Rockets and he's James Harden, who do you want to be? Do you want to be PJ Tucker, Christian Wood? Clearly, you don't want to be Boogie. So I'm
not Boogie.
I don't want to.
Well, first off, let's figure out who Will is and who you are.
He's James Harden.
So he's James Harden, then who are you? Because you came at me with the smoke, so who are you?
I'm cool with either Eric Gordon. I don't know if I want to.
Eric Gordon's not much of a superstar, sir.
I don't really want to be John Wall.
I mean, you pretty much got to be because they're the two superstars of the team.
Everyone in the comments is going to be like, "You're not John Wall." I'll take Boogie. I'll be Boogie.
I'm sorry for your knees. Hey Tay, which one are you on the Rockets?
I'm sorry for your mother. I'm sorry for your mother.
Who are you on the Rockets?
On the Rockets, I'll probably take Christian Wood. I'll be Christian Wood.
Well, I'm PJ Tucker, bitches.
Okay, I could be PJ Tucker. I guess.
I literally just picked PJ Tucker. Now you're gonna pick PJ Tucker.
Yes, I changed my mind. The undersized center. I'll be PJ Tucker.
So you're just gonna take mine.
He got a fly shoe collection too.
So you're just gonna take my guy.
I just want to take it because he got all the shoes. My man's got a pair of $10,000 Jordans. I'm definitely taking that.
You got more than that.
Yeah.
You know what?
Where do I go to the watch party?
Who else is on that? Hi, George.
Who
else is on that
Matt,
team?
where do I go to the watch party before we...
Let me see. I want to know who else is on
Wheeling and dealing. Wheeling and dealing. Dealing and willing.
Woo!
Go to the live video and then click share, and then it'll say start watch party.
So Tay, now you want to be PJ Tucker. That's what you're telling me.
Now I want to, yeah, because I completely spaced on the fact that he has a lot of shoes.
So that's it? Just because the shoes? Not because the play style, not because anything. Just the shoes.
A little bit of play style.
Did your boy George say I want to be Kobe's pilot? What a dick. What a dick.
Oh, that's great.
You're an asshole.
I'm still not here for the Kobe jokes.
That is good.
It's still too early.
It's not. It's really not.
It's still.
That
Oh man, I can't find the share.
That's funny.
I don't know where the share is at.
Oh, that is good. That's good. That is good.
It is a
All right. You know what? So if
he doesn't work for this organization.
You know what? I'll be Eric Gordon. I'm cool with that. He's another shooter. I'll be Eric Gordon.
No, you're PJ Tucker. He doesn't just get to take your spot.
I was trying to be nice. I was trying to give it to him. You know, Black Lives Matter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Is this how we started?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Sounds good to me.
I'm Eric. I'll take Aaron Gordon because I was thinking about taking Eric Gordon before. To be honest with you.
Okay.
But then you said PJ Tucker, and I was like, wow, I played undersized fucking power forward and center so many times.
And he got a shot, and you got a shot.
Yeah. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with either one of those. If Tay wants PJ Tucker, I will take Eric Gordon.
Actually, you know what? Ivory, I see that you're in the comments. Ivory. So we basically just said that since Will's a diva, okay, Ryan didn't say he's a diva. I'm saying he's a diva because he's not here. That he's James Harden. So Ryan is PJ Tucker. Who would I be on that squad? I'm trying to be John Wall, and George wants to be Kobe's pilot because he's disrespectful.
Now keep in mind, I'm the only one that comes here early to set up.
I tried to even say you're Kobe.
And the other two aforementioned people show up 5 minutes before we go live.
It's all good. So
there's a joke in there, but it'll be racist coming from me.
Let's get after the Black Lives Matter. let's get started. Brian.
Hi. What? We're doing me? Tay.
You can address me as PJ. I was like, okay, yes, sir. Sorry. Go ahead.
So I don't know why we even picked the Rockets to begin with. Like why was it? Why did we even do the Rockets? Why was even the Rockets the option?
Because James Harden not being here, we said.
Okay, so yeah, we picked the Rockets because
Will's not here.
Because James Harden is okay. Anyway, so Tay, I want to talk about overlooked NBA players. We kind of touched on it last week, but I want to talk about what players you like. I don't care. You can pick however many you want, but name some players that come to the top of your mind that are overlooked by the fans and the team. Other teams.
Other teams. So I did say Iman Shumpert, and I wouldn't say he's overlooked necessarily, but I feel like they're kind of like, he's not overlooked, but they look at him like, nah, we're going to pick this person instead. And another one.
Okay, but why though? Why do you feel that? Why do you think? Are you saying teams feel that way, or a casual NBA fan?
I think casual NBA fans who know Iman Shumpert know they know Iman Shumpert. The man, he's crazy. But I think from NBA standpoint, from the other teams looking at him, they see other options. First of all, they probably look at his age. I think he's 30, 31 now, something like that.
Something like that.
And then they're looking at, he got injured, so they're probably looking at that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they take into account all the rehab that a lot of players do to get back into shape,
Mm-hmm.
So I think they do put that into account also. And then they also look at, okay.
He's only 30, actually.
Oh, he's only 30?
Yeah.
See? So he's still, I wouldn't say he's relatively young, but he is relatively young.
I think so. I think he's young enough to still be in the league.
Absolutely. I agree too.
Is he in Sacramento or no?
No, he's free agent right now.
Yeah, he's free agent. He can get picked up by anybody.
I mean, the league is very what have you done for me lately? So, I mean, as soon as you're not...
Scratch that. I'm on his profile, and it says he's part of the Brooklyn... Nope, he's not.
He was. Yeah, he was.
Yep,
and he got waived.
So, yeah, his last team was Brooklyn, so yeah.
And he got waived. And he didn't even I don't even think he put a jersey on. Honestly.
He said he played 18 games.
So, Iman Shumpert
Okay.
is underrated. Who else?
Very underrated. And...
But...
Huh?
Why I just want to know why Iman Shumpert was the first guy you picked out of anybody. Like, what makes you go to him, and
because
what team would you use him on? Where would you put him?
because if we go back to Cavs, Iman Shumpert, not even, we'll go to the Knicks, Iman Shumpert.
Okay.
The Knicks, Iman Shumpert was a problem.
Okay.
And then when he went to the Cavs, I guess since playing with LeBron, he finally had a role, I guess you could say. So if I had to choose, I'd probably put him somewhere, maybe in the Midwest. I don't know. Or I don't know. Maybe have him, I'd put him in the Sixers probably. I don't know. They need somebody solid, and he would be considered a veteran. So I think I would.
But I'm saying, what role would you put him in? I want to know the role. I want to know, is he coming off the bench, pulling cheerleaders off the bench? No, is he? I mean, seriously,
No,
is he
I
a
think-
starter? Is he
No,
coming
no,
off the
no,
bench?
he's definitely not a
is
starter.
Is he a sixth man? What is he? I want to know.
I wouldn't say he's a sixth man, but he's definitely not starting. No. At this point right now, no.
On the Sixers, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, he would not be starting. And I wouldn't put him as sixth man either. But I would leave him as an option, most definitely.
In a shooting role or
Probably-
a slashing role or what?
Probably more in a shooting role. Because watching him after his rehabilitation and everything, and then seeing the videos of him in the gym, it looks like he's been working on his jump shot a lot. So I would give him a shot in that shooting role and see what he can do.
Okay. Give me another guy.
Another overlooked player. I don't know.
Like somebody who fell out of the league or somebody,
Brandon Jennings.
He's up there in age. I like him.
He is up
I've
there.
always been a fan of his.
But
he's up there.
think about it. Regardless of his age, he was still able to deliver. I don't know what happened.
He's
to
also
him.
small.
He got injured.
He did get injured, but he got injured. A lot of players got injured and still got picked up. Why didn't he?
It's a great question. Wow. Never mind. He's 31. I thought he was ancient.
He went to China for a while.
He's young.
He did go to China.
But he's
And
another.
then he started doing. And then he started making clothes.
But he's another good example. Phenomenal player, got overlooked, and he had to go overseas to get his shine. Why?
Sir, what are we looking at?
That's actually a really good one.
Who, Brandon?
Yeah,
Brandon Jennings.
I like that. I honestly didn't know he. I feel like he's one of those guys that's been in the league forever.
What about OJ Mayo? Since we're here, since we just want to go down this avenue.
I mean, didn't OJ get
What
caught
about
up?
OJ
Didn't
Mayo?
OJ get caught up doing some stuff?
What about OJ Mayo?
Didn't OJ get caught up doing some stuff? Pretty sure he got caught up doing some stuff.
Listen,
Why not?
I'm gonna start with players in the league that are in the league right now that are underrated.
Brandon Jennings was a bucket.
He was. I
I'm
think.
still gonna say is a bucket. Is a bucket.
I want to say the Jazz, Bogdan Bogdanovic. I want to say Melly.
He's
Hold on.
overlooked.
How is he overlooked?
We're talking about players who are overlooked.
I think they're overlooked. Like
What are you talking about?
I think when you mention their name, they're like, oh yeah, that dude's a
So
bucket.
you're talking on the fan side, like
Yeah.
fans. Okay, I'm thinking because he's a starter, so I'm like, how is he overlooked?
No, I'm saying
Okay.
like they start, but you forget like they are a problem.
Oh,
Melly
yeah.
doesn't start anymore, but like I think he was a problem. I think if you go anybody in San Antonio right now,
Yeah,
like the whole
San
team
Antonio
is just
always
like they're a
overlooked.
team full of young sleeper agents.
Mhm.
DeJounte Murray is a 6'8" point guard, I think. Derek White. They're just a problem. Let's move forward though. How are you?
I mentioned last week, first pick is always Jared Dudley.
We know. Who else?
But I feel like I want Jamal Crawford back in the league.
Why do you think they would
Nets.
Yeah.
Nets are already looking at him.
To bring him back again.
Yeah.
But
See, but why not just pick, you know what? Scratch that. Since he's also one of the ones that I mentioned like briefly. I want Kyle Korver on a team.
I absolutely agree.
He's contemplating retirement right now, and it's pissing me off.
I can agree with that.
Like, it's
He's-
really pissing me off.
What's that?
He's still a solid set shooter. I would definitely pick up Kyle Korver. I would pick Kyle Korver.
You know what? If Wesley Matthews can play, why can't Kyle Korver play?
Kyle Korver's 39.
Vince was what, 40?
42. Finished at 42. Am I right, Will? I'm sure you're watching.
You in your career however you want, sir.
But I don't. I
When he
really.
came off the bench?
Kyle?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going off the bench for the Bucks. I think he averaged like 7 points, which for a dude that that's literally out there just to shoot threes, that's great. And that's the same role I'd put him in. I'd love to have him on any team, honestly, any contender. He deserves a ring, and I would hate to see him leave the league without a ring. Same thing with Jamal Crawford.
I agree.
Those two need rings. They need to go on contenders and do something. But I know that Jamal Crawford has that. Just let me get in the game and don't touch me. Just get out of my way and let me hoop, which is cool. But it worked a lot easier in the '90s in that era. The era now doesn't lend itself so much to that unless you're a James Harden or unless you're a LeBron or one of those guys.
But let's see. Could you see Jamal Crawford giving buckets like James Harden?
Yes. Of course.
James Harden is an ISO player too, so I think
Right.
Jamal Crawford could make it work.
I think
in
Jamal
this era.
Crawford's a little more saucy necessarily.
Absolutely, yes.
But
Saucier
hand-
than James?
Yeah. His handles way
I
nicer
would
than
much
James
rather watch Jamal Crawford sham god the hell out of somebody than James Harden do a little stutter step, drive, look for the contact intentionally, and get a free throw.
Yeah,
I would
no,
100 times over watch Jamal Crawford do his thing out there on the floor
absolutely.
than I would James Harden.
Jamal Crawford will put you on skate.
And I'm
He'll
not
have
saying-
you in a whole
And
different direction.
it's nothing against James Harden. I'm just saying who I personally love to watch.
Yeah,
It's Jamal Crawford and day.
yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
I absolutely agree.
you look shocked, so please enlighten me. Why
You
I
really
mean,
believe James Harden has a way better handle than Jamal Crawford? Jay crossover for a reason. They call him that for
I
a
have a
reason.
picture with Jamal Crawford. Don't you
Okay,
tell
then
me
please
semantics.
tell me
I love
why.
Jamal Crawford.
Okay, then please explain.
I broke
why.
my neck to take a picture
Do
with
you
that man.
why? So you think
King
James
4-point play? Yes.
I was there.
So
yes. You won that.
I was there.
So you think James Harden has a better handle than Jamal Crawford?
Yeah. And he's left-handed. It's worse. For sure.
James
For
Harden
sure.
ain't putting people on skates though.
He's
not.
I'm so mad I don't have.
He's not.
Hold on.
I have the
I'll
photo.
do it. I'll do it on my phone because I need sounds right now.
What are you looking for?
It's
Wait.
okay. I'll find it. 2 seconds.
James Harden's not making you fucking turn a whole different direction where he has all this room. Just to go.
Well, yeah, he actually
No,
is
he's
doing
not.
that.
I'm going based off of what you said, and plus what I see when I watch
This
him
is-
play. He does.
When you
for
guys,
contact.
okay, I'm not saying it's a big gap between Jamal Crawford and James Harden, but I'm saying James Harden's is a little worse because he's left-handed. It's already a problem because he's left-handed, and then he has the mean crossover. So this is how I feel right now. Like, you guys are killing me
Push off.
right now. Like,
I'm not giving him that.
show the Clippers one. Put James Harden versus the Clippers.
Mm-mm. That's definitely a push off. I'm not giving him that.
I mean,
No, Jamal Crawford is filthy.
but here we go. What did he do? He did a step
This
back
is
to
just-
a shot. He's not
this is
driving
just-
a lane and getting you buckets. Jamal
This
is
is
still
just
doing that at
one.
38.
Jamal Crawford will cross you
No,
up
no,
and
no.
go in with a
No.
reverse
I'm
layup
listen.
over everybody.
I'm not saying that Jamal Crawford doesn't have arguably one of the best crossovers of all time. I'm just saying I think James is just a little more worse.
But okay, so
I would give you maybe OKC. James Harden had a better handle.
like
than
if they
this
both
James
like
Harden.
if they both had to just guard each other and they had to make like 8 moves to the basket.
okay, so here's my I'm just going by who I'd rather watch, and you're still picking James. Because you don't think this man, Jamal Crawford, is just one of the nastiest.
I
Next to-
literally just said that he has one of the best crossovers of all
Right,
time.
and you're still saying that
Of
you
all
would rather
time.
watch
James Harden.
you would rather watch James Harden do his thing?
Like, look at this.
In the regular season,
in any. I don't care when. All season. Playoffs doesn't matter. Hell, even preseason. I don't give a shit.
Right. I'm taking Jamal Crawford.
I'm taking Jamal any day.
Like, look at this.
That is just dirty.
You know how hard that is? Like,
That is just dirty.
So-
If I did this, I would break a knee. I would break a knee.
You know how hard it is? Look at this. No.
What do they say in the
push-off.
comments?
I'm gonna just cross you up.
I don't know. Let's find out what they're saying in the comments.
That's another thing. Jamal Crawford don't push off. He's like, I'm gonna just cross the fuck out of you. You're gonna reach, and I'm about to cross the shit out of you. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm gonna get by you. There's nothing you can do.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm not knocking.
I'm
I'm not knocking. I literally said Jamal Crawford has one of the best handles of all time.
The only thing I'll give
But you're
you,
still picking
no,
James Harden.
The only thing
over
I'll give
who
you
is
I'll give him this.
who you would rather watch.
No, I will give him this. When he said the only thing that James Harden has over Jamal Crawford is that he is a lefty, and it is difficult guarding a lefty.
Oh yeah, because
That's the only-
Will's a lefty.
Yeah,
and
that's the
when he
only
gets when
thing
he
I'll
wants
give
to
you.
get
I'm
saucy,
saying,
it's over.
I'm saying.
But in terms of crossing people,
See,
I'm
look,
taking Jamal Crawford.
See, look, Jamal Crawford, that shit is sexy. But I'm just saying, like, it's little.
People are dying. People are dying. His own teammate is dying over him. Oh shit, I'm dead. Like he died.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm gonna make you
I
reach.
think.
Jamal Crawford says, I will make you reach.
I
You're gonna
think,
bite, and I'm gonna cross the fuck out of you.
Yeah, I'm
There's
sticking to
nothing
what
you can do.
I'm sticking to what I'm saying. Like, James Harden's crossover is worse because it's already left. It's left-handed. Like,
That doesn't make it worse.
it's worse.
No, it's not.
Oh my god.
No, it's not.
We're watching a compilation. If you want to do this, then put the James Harden one on.
He
Harden
did.
won earlier.
No, he
And
only
it was no,
he
he did.
only
And it was
showed
nothing like that.
no.
did.
He only showed the Clippers one. He only showed the Clippers crossover. Just the Clippers one. Just the Clippers one.
James
I watched the same one you watched.
He does not have nasty crossovers like Jamal Crawford does.
Yeah, because
Period.
Thank you, Matt, by
James
the way.
Harden pushes off, and he doesn't finish at the basket. And if he does, he's finishing because of a contact,
Not like
because
Jamal Crawford.
of a clean ass finish.
Jamal Crawford will hit you with some reverse shit, and you're like, how the hell did you make that? Like, how?
Here we go. The first one was literally a step back shot. I rest my case. The first one in a crossover compilation.
Makayev, Kyrie record, Steph skill.
Say what?
Don't worry about it.
That's actually yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Thank
I
you.
like that.
Thank you. We have a podcast. I know things.
It's pretty good.
By the way, I was thinking I should make that a shirt because it's catchy. Every time.
You sure? You guys want to
what
buy
you
it?
think? Jamal Crawford? James Harden.
Crawford.
Thank you.
Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford.
Thank you.
James Harden.
That's cool. Don't get me wrong.
Looks like we know.
You're not-
who's
don't get me wrong.
diva.
Back and cheese.
Don't get me wrong. He crossed him, but he didn't cross them like Jamal Crawford.
He just did a 180.
Nah. Mm-mm.
He just did a one.
Nah.
He
Push off.
That would be literally pushed him.
He literally pushed him. No. I'm taking.
no. The play before this, Looney did a 180.
I'm taking J. Crawl all day.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? What you taking?
It doesn't matter.
Listen, man. hey,
No, I'm
okay,
not giving you
and,
that.
and I'm gonna tell you what. Jamal Crawford, I would love to see him go. If you say he's going back to Brooklyn, I'm cool with that.
I'm saying that
That he's
they're
in
trying
talks?
to- Yeah.
And I think with the squad they have now, he would be a perfect fit. He'd be an awesome
He would
dude
be
to come
a-
off the bench.
He would be a fun pick.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd necessarily be a perfect pick, but he would be fun.
Yeah, I'll give you that. He'll be definitely fun. Somebody to come off the bench, give you maybe 12 points. Cool.
Yeah.
I got you, coach.
That I agree with
Yeah.
100%. I think
Here.
I don't mind if he went to
The Grizzlies.
back to the Suns.
The Grizzlies.
Nah, the Grizzlies just screwed themselves because Ja's out for 3 weeks. He's not gonna help enough.
I'm telling you, as a
See, that goes
backup,
back to-
that would be a good backup to have. Like, I don't think they'd miss a beat.
I'm
of
talking
him on-
contention though.
Oh, okay.
And I said, yeah, I did say Suns because the Suns are making the playoffs and we're gonna have a better record than the Thunder, which you disagreed with. So choppy. Yeah,
I said that.
yeah. Me
Huh.
and Will were like, "You want to bet chops?" And you were like, "Yeah."
I swear I said the Pelicans.
It was no, because we were talking about Chris Paul, the Chris Paul effect, and he's gonna come over and turn the Suns into a playoff contender.
I don't think I said OKC.
Pretty sure it was the Suns and Pelicans.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said the Pelicans.
Shut-
You might want to, yeah. 'Cause
Will.
that doesn't sound like me.
First of all, Will wants to know how the fuck he's a diva. Second of all,
We heard him. I've seen it.
and then
It was a joke, my boy. Relax.
Will, am I wrong? Was it OKC and Suns because it was?
I mean, we'll double check the
The Chris
episode,
Paul
but I'm
thing
pretty
leaving.
sure because I'm pretty sure I said the Pelicans. Thank you, Matt. By the way, because the talks were like, because we were talking about where Steven Adams was going with, because it was Steven Adams. Who else went with in that trade? It was Steven Adams and.
I don't know.
All right.
I really don't.
So-
I'll look it up. I forgot who went in that trade.
What's next? We can't believe it.
Mhm. But if I did say that, you know, what, we'll get to the chop talk because
Chop it.
because I am up in the game.
Chop it, yo, pee.
I am.
It's a wrestling thing.
All right,
I wish
all
you
right.
knew, but
I'm
you
just.
don't know. If you don't know, no.
I'm back to running things. Okay,
He still irritated my soul with the J.
so
Hey, did you guys?
is
hear what
it
he said?
college?
He said, "I'm back to running things." Okay, James. Okay, James.
College is having their first game where the players actually have to wear the mask throughout the game.
The whole game.
What do you guys think about that?
Retardation.
It's inconvenient as shit.
It's retarded.
Somebody's gonna pass out.
No. That's why they have masks specifically made to run and do all that in.
Oh, you don't have to tell me what an elevation mask is. I'm already aware.
I
But
definitely not speaking.
They're
of
actually
elevation
wearing
masks.
legit just cloth masks. I saw the clip today.
No, but they have specific masks for that. Under Armour has made masks.
What
Under Armour's
is
made a
the
lot of money for that.
purpose?
Huh?
he's telling you that they're wearing the cloth ones. He's telling you they're wearing the nurses' joints. They're wearing the nurse ones.
No,
Oh.
like the washable ones that you can buy at like Ross right now
Oh,
for like
okay.
$5.
Okay. I also
Okay.
agree that it's dumb. I think they should wear
Do you
the
have that
shields.
picture,
I think they should wear the shields if they're gonna do anything.
I think they just shouldn't because they got tested and they're fine. But
I don't think it's necessarily. It's all prevention. I get it, but at the same time, if they're going to do that, you might as well just not play.
exactly.
I'm in the middle of it, so it's like I get it, but at the same time, if you're going to go that far as to having it while you're running, which there's methods to that, there's accommodations for that. They have specific masks for that. But if you have to go that far, then just don't play at all.
Okay, so here's my thing. You remember when NBA players were having a fit when they had sleeves on their jerseys?
Yeah.
Imagine forcing
They
them
have
to wear
what?
sleeves on their jerseys.
Oh,
Yeah, t-shirt
Imagine
jerseys.
Imagine telling them they got to wear masks during it. They will lose their shit.
are we talking about the short sleeve?
Yeah.
I like those. I actually like those a lot.
I thought those were ugly. But no, I think
Crickets.
Right.
I'm sorry. I hated
I
that
think-
so much.
The OKC one was tight. I like the OKC one and I like the Bulls
I
one.
wore one. I literally tried it on and I was like, this is terrible. Never again.
I mean, but I also don't own any, so.
I don't own it. I just tried it.
Oh,
Just try it. I just wanted to know.
I don't freebase.
I don't.
Okay. Yeah, it's whatever. I'm
So,
sure.
I mean-
I'm sure it'll last like 2 games. Everyone will complain.
So what happens? Like,
And then
if like a
they'll wear-
finger gets caught in the mask, is that a foul now? Like, is that like in football when they hook the fucking cage
Face
on
mask.
the face mask? Like, what is that? Like, you're gonna make a rule for masks now?
or they may make them get the mask where it's like the hook clear one where it's like.
Somebody will die.
At the
It'll
end-
break and stab in their face or something. I
At
don't
the
know.
end of the day, like it's a contact sport. So regardless, the masks won't be doing that much.
I agree, Makai. They are ugly.
So it's preventative, but at the same time, it's like if you're gonna go that far, either get the masks that accommodate that, or just don't play at all.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's.
I mean, I just wouldn't. I mean, I don't see a reason if they've already been tested. I mean, what's the point?
True.
And the NBA is trying to get them. I don't know specifically what they're called, but they're like status rings, and they're
Yeah.
supposed to alert teams if they're
If James Harden goes to the strip club.
pretty much.
Yeah, I did see that. So I mean, and okay. So speaking of that, there's also NBA that is now forcing players to
Wear their mask on the sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
On the sideline, that makes sense.
It does make sense. It's just like those players that you know are going to get in the game. They still got to put their fucking warm ups back on. They put their warm ups back on, and then just to take it back off to get back in the game.
But it's like they're literally in the locker room with no masks on.
How do you know?
So, as a person that would hate to ever wear a mask,
Maybe you don't know.
Maybe it's like the
on,
halftime report where they have the little the sheer little glass like they have like at the casinos.
I can't even finish a workout without pulling that thing down and going, oh fuck, this sucks.
So you get the right mask.
I wear the shields. I wear the shield for that exact reason, so I can breathe and whatever.
Get the right mask, right?
Retardation. Retard. Okay, so I mean, what do you guys feel about that? Like, do we care? Do we, how do we feel that you have to wear a mask on the sideline at NBA games now?
Don't matter.
That's fine. If you're off the court, hey,
just put it on.
Just wear it.
What is it doing? Because in 2 seconds you're going to get on the court and breathe all over me and spit on me too.
It's preventative.
Sweat also.
What are we preventing?
The possible spread of a virus.
No, I agree. I agree.
That's how they're looking.
They shouldn't have the virus if they're playing in the league.
It's a possibility.
It's a look thing. So like Adam Silver wants to make it look like
that's what it is.
It's an aesthetic.
Thank you.
That's all I wanted to say.
That's what I was. That's all I was just trying to get there.
Oh, yeah.
I was just trying to get there.
I agree.
It just looks nice on TV.
Yeah,
that's literally what it is.
You don't see all the wear your masks like commercials and shit.
What George said it. George said same thing. He's like, when you go to a restaurant, you wear a mask. You sit at the table. You can take your mask off. What the fuck is the point? What is the point?
I just work here.
They gotta find some way to make money, right? You can come in and sit down. Just make sure.
Like if they were just honest about it, and we're like, hey, we're gonna separate the tables, and since you're coming to eat, we get it. You don't need a mask. But if it's like something like, I don't know, a fast food where you got to lean over the counter to like order something, I guess I could see a requirement that's saying, hey, if you're gonna order, wear a mask to order. I guess
you can't even do that now because they got the windows up at every fast food restaurant.
And there's literally no point.
There's nothing you can do.
Okay, so there's literally no point. I'm irritated at the subject. This is communism.
Ulysses Bridgman played for the Milwaukee Bucks. He just recently bought Ebony magazine. I'm super stoked on that because as a child, I grew up with Ebony magazine. Page 27 was the beauty of the week. Looking forward to seeing those again. Tay, did you grow up with the beauty of you grew up? Your dad didn't have Jet magazine.
First of all, you said looking forward to seeing those again. They never disappeared.
Damn.
So
that's terrible.
Why does the white guy know that?
Let the world know.
They've always been around.
I'm not always on my game.
They've always been around.
Well, they must have died down.
Nobody buys magazines, so
that too.
They're all digital now.
But they used to come in the mail.
Yeah, because they were like 75 cents. Or like $3.75. Now you go in the grocery store and they're like $24.99. I'm not paying for that.
That's true.
I used to buy WWE magazine.
Well, you know what? Clearly he has big ideas for buying Jet magazine. Whatever. I'm happy to see him, a black man, own something. That's all. That is it.
All right.
Say your piece. I see it. I see the words mumbling.
I mean, I guess. That's cool.
No, I'm just saying, like, it never went anywhere. It was always still being made.
I didn't know. I read that.
It's all good, man.
I read that and I was like, oh, sweet. Page 27 is coming back.
He goes, ooh, baby, who's coming back?
Jet Beauty of the Week is back. On a side note, you don't have Jet magazine in your house?
No.
Okay.
We didn't really read magazines.
Anybody in the comments have Jet magazine in the house?
We had King
Ebony magazine,
magazines.
none of that? Nothing?
Where all the rappers
All right.
and shit were in it. All the nice cars. All that shit. That's about it. We didn't read magazines.
George said. Oh, that's That's
Man, Jet was classic. Before, listen, it was the Victoria's Secret magazines and it was Jet, Beauty of the Week. You judge me if you want to. All right.
I am judging so hard right now.
So Dwayne Wade and Chris Paul had the opportunity to get together. Fun fact. And the reason why they didn't is because Dwayne Wade did not want to give up number 3. What do you think about that, Ryan, as a Miami fan?
I think that Chris Paul should have sucked it up and changed his number because I would love to have had him on the Heat. And I would change.
LeBron was willing to give up his 23 for Anthony Davis. And then Anthony Davis was like, no, I'll just change the number. Dwayne Wade was like, nah, I'm 3.
Yeah, he has every right to be because he was.
No. The real reason behind him not wanting to give up 3 is because he said that he knew in the back of his mind that they were gonna, when he went to the Hall of Fame, that they were gonna retire 3. Which did they?
D-Wade, he's not in the Hall. He's not eligible for the Hall of Fame yet.
No. He was saying in his mind that was the reason why he didn't do it because he feels like they're gonna retire 3.
Yeah. 3's already retired. Yeah.
Okay. I see what you did there.
That's true.
He switched his jersey in Cleveland.
What?
Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, he wore his Team USA number because 3 was taken by Isaiah Thomas.
Why was that funny?
Because I mean, they both sucked at the time.
Y'all leave IT alone.
I'm lying.
IT will still get.
I'm lying.
If you're only listening and don't see, I'm giving Nick a desk there. I'm not answering because he just said D-Wade sucked.
In Cleveland, he did.
He didn't.
He
Chicago
played like
also.
12 minutes a game.
Chicago also. I'm lying about that also. Okay.
He didn't. I'll give you this. No, Brian, I'll give you this. He didn't suck. He just definitely wasn't the D-Wade we know from Chicago or Miami.
Isaiah is cool in a Wizards uniform, Makai.
Isaiah's a legend in a Celtics uniform.
I was about to say Celtics, definitely Celtics.
Okay. Sacramento, nice too.
The man was a problem in the Celtics.
It's Sacramento.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Fair enough.
like at some point, I think Sacramento is just going to be like, see that popcorn guy? I bet you he has nice calves. Let's give him a job, point guard. Like they're going to be, hey, you want to be a backup for De'Aaron Fox? Here's $50 million for 2 years. Because we don't know what we're doing over here.
The backup's Yogi.
I'm just saying, like,
Yogi Ferrell's not bad.
he's also tiny.
Tiny.
He's also tiny. Yeah.
Was Dwayne Wade good in a Cleveland uniform, Tay?
I said, Dwayne Wade. He wasn't.
Will just said Isaiah is no legend in Boston. Are you kidding me? Boston still thinks it's 2008. Anybody's a legend to them. So yeah, Isaiah's a legend in Boston. It was Happy New Year's to everybody else except for Boston because they still think they're in 2008.
IT was definitely. He's definitely in the talk.
Okay, well, he was popular in Boston? Is that better for you? He was popular?
He was a big name in Boston, though.
No, because Will's saying Boston's full of champs, Isaiah ain't do nothing.
You know what?
You asking all these questions, how come you don't just come to work? Boom. I'm joking.
Asking all these questions. Asking all these questions. Assuming? All right.
You want to take us into our sponsors?
Here's a word from our sponsor. If you'd like to get your wrestle on, you want to learn how to do the wrestle? You want to record in the studio right here where we are live, right here, right now, versus Pro Studios at the Boulevard Mall. They do the wrestle. They have live events online. They have a studio in the back where you can do your own show versus Pro Studios. Also, at the Boulevard Mall, Power Play Sports and Collectibles for all your sports and collectibles needs. Come on down to the Boulevard Mall to get your sports collectibles needs. If you're a Raiders fan, they've got Raider stuff. I don't know who's a Raiders fan, but they got a lot of Raiders stuff because we're in Vegas. But if you're a Raiders fan, that's cool. One of the players got a DUI the other night after the game that they lost. Or did they win? Who cares? They're not in the playoffs. They're the Raiders. Anyway, we'd also like to thank Thoughts Gone Anywhere podcast. If you like the wrestle and you want to listen to them talk about the wrestle, Saturdays, 9 a.m. live. Thoughts count anywhere. Okay, bye. Nick?
Why do you never do the last one?
Oh, because you like doing it. I'm not allowed to say the words, so.
You have to say it because he's watching.
I can't say it because he's watching, because he'll leave.
He won't leave.
Makai, will you leave if I say the word?
Makai won't leave if you say trip.
Makai, will you leave if I say the word?
It'll burn his ears just a little bit, but he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
If you want to help support us, go on over to Store Frontier /3 Point Play Podcast to get all your drippy drip. We got t-shirts, man. We got hoodies. We got hoodies, man. We got stuff on there, man. But hey, yeah, we got stuff on there, man. If you want to support us, that'd be super cool. I rub my penis on it if you want. We gotta edit that out. Anyway, moving on. Nick?
In episode... What episode? We're like on 12, right?
In episode 31.
Yeah. We're on episode 12.
We made a bet on who we thought would get their first 50 piece of the season. And you, my friend, were accurate. And Steph Curry dropped how many points?
62. He was my second pick. Neither of you guys had him on your picks at all. So, Willie, you got some chops coming your way.
Who was your first pick?
My first pick? My first pick was...
Did we write it down?
Ooh, I don't remember my first pick. I really don't remember my first pick. But if you look back in the group chat, you can see. I have my work phone on here, so I can't look at it. So you literally have the group chat. I think it was like possibly Ja.
You thought, if that's the case, you thought Ja would drop 50 points?
He had 44.
Yeah, there's nothing going on in Memphis. Yeah, he has every ability to do that.
You said that like that was a bad
Memphis
pick.
is just like, hey, you want to make points? Here you go. Make points.
That wasn't a bad pick. He almost did that game one.
He got like 42 the first game. So
44.
44. He was there. He was close.
Why can't I find it?
Okay.
He was close. It might be in the one with Tay involved. But, yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, here we go. So my first pick was Devin Booker. Then I had Dame. Then I had Donovan Mitchell. Will had James Harden, Trae Young, and Dame. You had Luka as your first choice, Steph as your second choice, and Trae as your third. Which, by the way, you were victorious. So.
Sweet, sweet victory.
But you and the people that you here to represent both owe me chops. And I'm coming for you. N-word.
Makai, I'm not going to lie. Hurts my feelings because I'm really sensitive about my weight. So fuck you. He said I'm built like Mick Foley. I hope the next time I get invited to an open court, which is probably never because nobody ever invites me to open courts. But the next time I do, I hope we're not on the same team so I can wet a 3 in your face. Hey. And then when I do, I'm going to say drip.
Hey.
And then you're going to get really mad at me. And then probably cross me over pretty bad.
And then I'm gonna walk by and go, came through tripping.
I hate Makai for that. That's funny.
I'm just playing now. But I'm trying to make it feel bad because
So
I like donuts.
Since Steph dropped 62, do you think he can continue on this path?
You said Triple H before. Liar.
Do you okay, all right.
My nose isn't that big.
Okay. Do you think that Steph can continue now that Draymond's back? Do you think that will make a difference with the
No! No! Draymond means nothing. Draymond is nothing.
He had 4 points, 6 assists. It's an extra pair of eyes out there.
Did you really just try to justify him by saying he had 4 fucking points?
No. That's not what I wanted you to notice. I wanted you to notice the 6 assists. I'm just saying.
How many turnovers did he have?
None. Look it up. Oh, my bad. I got you.
Please let me, so I was talking to Will about this. Does this season will prove to everyone that thinks they're actually a Draymond fan that he is a non-factor. He was just the right guy in the right place at the right time his whole career so far.
So are you calling him a placebo?
I don't want to say a placebo. I just the right guy at the right time. He was in the right place at the right time. That's it. He is not a formidable defender. He is not a formidable offensive player. He is an average player that was just in the right spot at the right time. As soon as they get somebody younger and better than him, he's out. He's out the starting lineup for sure. If not, he's traded.
He had 1 point.
1 point, ladies and gentlemen.
8 assists.
8 assists.
3 rebounds.
3 rebounds. How many turnovers? Please tell me. I know he had turnovers. It's Draymond. Of course he had turnovers. Dribbled it off his knee. Every game, Draymond either dribbles it off his foot or dribbles it off his knee. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. How many? And Will, I know you're out there, so you can chime in. What we talked about Draymond.
You won't show me.
I know
You look it up.
All right.
How about you? You think Steph can keep up with this pace?
Now that Draymond's back? Or are you just
Or just in general with the Warriors?
I think he got his hot hand back. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I
So
think-
you think they're going to be in playoff contention, like 8 seed? No? They're not making the playoffs still? Okay.
No. He'll definitely have a nice scoring record this season, though, most definitely.
Oh, you think he's getting the scoring record?
But he's... No, actually, no. He ain't get a scoring record.
So you think this means nothing? Nothing.
No, it's still... The only thing I'll say it still shows is that he's still the best fucking shooter out there, literally. That's literally the only thing it proves. There's nothing you can do once he gets hot.
He had 1 turnover, but he also
good.
had 1 steal and 1 block.
That's good.
It's not though.
Why do you hate him?
Because like I said, it's not that I hate him. I love pointing out when people think that a certain player is just this high caliber player and he's really not. The system works. Why do you think Steph is so good? Because the system is designed for him to succeed, to hide all of his flaws.
Absolutely.
Same thing with Damian Lillard. Teams build around these players to hide their flaws as best as possible. You will have the entire Warriors team come out and
8 assists,
surround
1
Steph
turnover?
to make a shot.
8 assists, 1 turnover, and that's bad?
He should be doing stuff
I'm
like
saying
that. The fact that he has no rebounds at the power forward position that's nothing.
Yeah, okay. No, on that we
My
can
boy
agree on.
Andre Drummond though got 17.
Cool, daddy.
But
Andre Drummond has been doing a very, very good job protecting the boards, grabbing the rebound. Yeah, he's doing a great job.
Surprising. But the last game that they played, Draymond had 3 turnovers and 5 points and 5 rebounds and 1 assist. So that 8 assists is a fluke for sure.
Do I sense some chops coming on?
Let's hear it. What do you got? Because I will 100% bet.
I'm willing to bet Draymond minus injuries 5 assists, 2 turnovers max.
Hold on. Say that again.
5 assists, 2 turnovers max.
For what?
Are you agreeing? So Draymond
Uh-huh.
minus injury. So if he gets injured, deal is scratch.
Fine. That's fair.
5 assists,
Uh-huh.
2 turnovers max.
What about points?
5.
By what time this year?
Close out. End of the year.
Close out? I agree with you on the 5 points and 2 turnovers. No problem. But I'm actually going to raise you one. I'm going to say he's going to finish this season averaging 8 points. He's going to finish averaging 10 points. And the 2 turnovers I'm with, but not 5 assists. It's not where I need
Okay,
it.
so just so I understand the bet. So let's say he does average the 10 points and he averages 4 assists.
I'm willing to just bet the
And
assists
he
on him.
averages 1 turnover. Do you get that or do I get that?
I'm willing to not even talk about the points and turnovers. I'm willing to just talk about the assists because
Okay.
that's where we have the common ground.
Pretty much.
So the difference is the chops.
We have an accord.
So how many am I saying though? That's the thing. I think he's averaging 3 assists a game.
Do you want to look at the stat sheet before you moving forward, or are you just going off the feeling?
Stat sheet doesn't matter because he's played 2 games. So right now he's averaging 3 assists.
So what's the number your assist going off of?
I'm going off. He's going to finish the season averaging 3 assists.
Tay, what do you think? You don't have to take the bet. I'm just saying, what do you think?
Unless you want to take the bet and you want to get the choppy.
No, definitely not.
We can bring you back. Just
You
to get
got
chopped.
muscles. You can take a chop.
We can bring you back
Fuck
just
is
to get
having
chopped.
No. Nope. Mm-mm. No.
Yeah,
I
thank
do
you,
think-
Will. I agree with that. Triple singles for Draymond.
I was gonna say triple single.
Yeah, he's hitting us with a triple single for sure.
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
Do you want these chops too, sir?
He's getting a quadruple single because he's got to get double digits.
Do you want these chops too, sir? Yes or no?
I'll give Draymond 8 points, maybe 4 assists, and 3 turnovers.
Your next comment in the comment section is either a yay or a nay.
But let me go back to what George and Makai said, because George said how like Warriors games in the last 7 years all of a sudden just came out of nowhere and started playing on TV, and these fans came out of nowhere. Absolutely,
It's because they got the new arena.
they got the. I mean, even before they got the arena, because they started doing better, and they're marketable. But these Warrior fans are just like Lakers fans.
Tell them you're in.
And Makai, yeah, I agree with you too.
Tell your black brother from another mother your side of the bet.
Golden State Warrior. Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
Golden State Warrior will always have their credit for what they did, and that's what I'm not knocking them. I'm not denying them. With the teams that they had in these last like 5 to 7 years, amazing, and the system works even better for them. That's a great system for that talented of a team. It's not there anymore, and the kinks in the armor are starting to show for somebody like Steph Curry, who we thought was untouchable. I didn't think he was untouchable.
Are they kinks in the armor or injuries? Because I think
it's kinks in the armor. It's kinks in the armor because you don't have that skill of a team to back him up.
I disagree, because I think if Clay would have been healthy, that they would have made the 6th seed.
So why do you disagree?
5 or the 6. Because they're not far off from
Clay is a big difference maker.
Oh, okay. So we agree on that?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying at the current standing, they're not doing too good, and that's when all the cracks are starting to show with Steph. And I'm not taking anything away from his skill or his ability, but that system now isn't working with the plugins that you have to put in now that you don't have a Clay and a KD.
My boy Reef is
Huh?
You call them plugins?
Yeah.
Why?
Hey, we got a hoop, man. I ain't seen you since Silverado.
You gotta plug these people. You gotta replace the spoke on the wheel. And the only team, and I always go back to this, the only team that can successfully do that is the Spurs.
Then who do you think on the Warriors right now, out of the star players that they have, who do you think got to get their shit together, and how?
Who do I think has to get their shit?
And how?
Draymond, for sure.
Okay.
But I don't see it happening because he's not what Warriors fans think he is.
What do you think Warrior fans think of? Like, what do you think Warriors fans think Draymond is?
They think he's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, dear God,
They think, Warriors fans think Draymond is a Hall of Famer that can out-defend Shaq.
Who said this?
Did you not see that meme like 2 years ago?
No.
Or not even a meme. It was like an actual like tweet from one of them saying that a prime Draymond or a prime Shaq wouldn't have a chance on prime Draymond.
I do remember that.
Who made that?
If it was a prime...
Some weirdo.
Prime,
Some Laker weirdo.
Some Warrior weirdo.
No. If it was prime Draymond versus prime Shaq, he's getting dunked on every single time.
Prime Draymond on last day of his career Shaq is still not doing anything against
He's getting
Shaq.
bodied
Celtics
every
Shaq?
single time.
Yeah. Celtics Shaq with a messed up toe and a messed up hip is still killing prime Draymond. Get out of here.
True.
That is ridiculous.
All you gotta do is hit him.
That is ridiculous.
I think realistic. I think
Look at that picture.
I think realistic Warrior
6'6", 7'1". Get out of my face.
Realistic Warrior fans think that Draymond is just an extra set of eyes. Now that I agree with.
But I agree
Yeah.
with the headline. It said the
It's the same reason.
Shaq
It's the
debate
same
is
reason
dumb.
why Joker is appealing to people that are starting to realize that Joker is appealing is because he's a big man with eyes. Draymond is a big man with eyes.
He's 6'6".
Back to our bet.
He is 6'6".
He's an undersized power forward center.
Whatever. Back to our bet. What are the numbers?
Oh yeah, so I'm saying
seen that
under
verse.
4?
I'm saying 4 assists. I'm going with the under. He's going with the 5 assists.
Will, so the number is, so the bet is Draymond, if Draymond's healthy all season and he averages more than 5 assists, you got chops coming for every one of them over 4. Correct?
That's a long
Yeah.
bet.
Well, up to 5, because you're capping at 5.
Yay or nay, sir? Yay or nay?
So technically, it's just a chop, basically.
Agreed.
Say less.
That's a long bet. Nah, I'm good. No, thank you.
We having a
keep-
code? Did you write it down?
It's right there.
Keeping my chest to myself.
That's because you're weak.
You can write that down. You go ahead and do the thing. I'm gonna write this down on here. So
Go ahead. I'll run from the smoke. Is Lamar Odom back on crack?
What?
People think that Lamar Odom's back on crack because he dressed up as Black Jesus in his Instagram.
I wouldn't say he's back on crack. No.
Okay. Ryan?
Only time he was off crack was when he was in the hospital. So
Nah. I think they have a Black Jesus TV show.
So Will thinks that he's giving you 7 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists.
all right.
So you're alone on this. Do you wanna bet? So okay. So Will, do you want to bet Ryan that same bet on my end?
I mean, it's a 3-way bet.
I'm gonna screenshot it. That's what I'm saying.
It's right there for everyone to see.
Okay. So Christian Wood's girlfriend left him because he went undrafted, and now look at him, party people. What are your thoughts on that?
Bitches ain't shit.
Facts. Okay.
That just goes to show you. It's like there's a definition of real ride or dies, and then there's some that are just like, you're not famous though, so no.
I'm mad that Christian Wood didn't notice that before he got there. Like before he got to like
The red
that.
flags, like,
like.
Oh, you ain't fucking with me.
Do
'cause
I
you're drafted.
do I sympathize with you that by the way, like, what am I looking?
I don't know, man.
What?
I'm not even don't bring it up. Okay, so I sympathize that his girl left him because like that sucks. But like, if she slides in your DMs, you better do her grimy, Christian Wood. Just saying.
Yeah, I definitely would. I'd be like, oh, you thought. Mm-mm. It's nice to know. Like, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. That type shit.
I just hope he does her the worst.
I hope the next.
I hope he invites her to like whatever party NBA players go to. Like I hope Christian Wood's partying with John Wall at one of the blood parties, and there's nothing but like Sue Whoopers everywhere. And he invites that little white girl over there, and then she's like, "Christian, I want your wood back." And then
Makai is wild. I'm not even gonna read what he just wrote. He is wild. Yeah, I'm gonna read it.
And then at the party, she's like, "Christian, I want your wood back." And then he slays, and then he lets Actually, I got to cut off the last part of that because it turned into a Kobe situation.
Oh, wait. Never mind. I'm not gonna do it. Did it involve a helicopter?
Not that part.
You're both fired.
It's our podcast. We do what we want. So Shaq versus Rudy Gobert. So no, not 1-on-1. We already know that's not a thing. Rudy Gobert got $200 million extension, and Shaq said, and I quote, he said, "What an excellent way to teach the youth that you can be mediocre and make $200 million." Ryan, how do you feel about that?
Matt, can you pull that disturbing image up? So,
Oh, that was the one. This one, right?
yeah. So, this goes back to everything that I've been saying. How this goes back to everything that I've been saying about players getting paid too much damn money to be average. Not by basketball standards, but by NBA standards.
Right. I agree.
Do I agree that Rudy Gobert is a great center in the league now? A great defensive center? Yes. But Rudy Gobert is not handling anybody in a one-on-one situation. He's letting you blow by him, and because he's so big, he's getting a chase down block. He's a blocker. He is not a floor defender. He isn't worth that money. But he shut down the whole league with COVID, so that's, I guess, worth
He got a defensive
crazy
player of the year.
Yeah, when you shut down the whole league with COVID, you definitely should be defensive player of the year.
I definitely agree with Shaq though. Like, it is sad. You should not be making that much money and be.
And how Shaq is like, yo, this is inspiration to kids that just want to be average and make it. He's not wrong. This is the problem.
How do you feel about Andre Drummond?
How do I feel about Andre Drummond? I think he is a underutilized and underappreciated. I don't want to say underutilized because they're utilizing him great. He's got great minutes. He's an underappreciated and underrecognized center.
Okay. Walking double-double, right?
All day. In the
So is
teens. In the teens.
So is he.
But
and he's defensive player
Why
of the year.
isn't Andre Drummond getting those numbers? Getting those contracts? I rest my case. But what I'm saying is, kids these days...
Do me a favor. Look up Andre Drummond's contract.
Shout out to Rudy Ronies!
I do agree with Ryan on the part of kids can see they can just literally be mediocre. They could be pretty much ass and make
So double-doubles are ass?
Andre Drummond's contract is half of Rudy Gobert's
100?
for the same amount of time.
For 100?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's 127, but that's with different clauses in between. But the base is 100.
But he doesn't have the defensive player of the year. Did he make the All-Star team?
I don't think so.
Andre Drummond.
I'm not discrediting what you're saying. I'm just saying that in previous episodes we always talk about how the center position is getting
wasted away. It's falling apart. It's a dying breed.
exactly. So what I'm saying is that the center position is James Wiseman is going to be great, but for so long
We thought Karl Anthony Towns was going to be great, and look where he's at.
Shit, he's
Is
great
he
now.
not?
No.
Shit. He got a chip
Is
on his
he-
shoulder.
is he not?
He's going off right now.
He's had a chip on his shoulder. Everybody's been saying that since he walked in the league. Oh, he got a chip on his shoulder.
Kind of.
What is the chip? Playing fucking Fortnite?
My mama
That's the
is
chip?
gone. I have a chip on my shoulder.
What does that have to do with? What does that have to do with that? That's either going to ruin him.
If we could have talked about the episode that we're waiting for Will to come back for, I could have addressed that.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Because he's actually bringing up a valid point.
Okay.
My mama's gone. I have to go off now. Like,
Why do you have to go off? You have every
The
excuse
same
now.
the same
to not
reason.
go off.
The same reason. We're not going to dip too much into this, but the same reason why Chris Paul went off when his grandfather died, for that exact same reason.
Same reason
and
why
I'm going to
IT
shake you up for that.
Same reason why IT went
So he's
off
going
when
to go
his
off for a
sister died.
game. Okay,
Hey,
got it.
But back to
Again.
the center thing. If I was Shaq, which I'm not, I'm only 6'1". If I was Shaq and I dominated the league for
X amount of years.
2 decades.
Easily.
Okay. If I was Shaq and I dominated the league for 2 decades, I was gonna say he's the Michael Jordan of big men, but he's the Shaq of big men.
You goddamn right he is.
My expectations higher. Rudy Gobert is not a trash center.
But he ain't
You
Shaq.
can't name. I guarantee you can't name 6 centers better than him.
Is there 6 real centers in the league anymore?
Yeah. And I would have accepted Andre Drummond. I swear, if you would have said Andre Drummond, I would have been like,
Off top, I'm saying
Oh.
Andre Drummond, and I'm saying Marc
I'm
Gasol.
not saying Marc Gasol,
Marc Gasol's not better than him.
but he's still a solid center.
I
I love Marc Gasol.
Would you say
Marc Gasol is the big. No.
I'm taking
No, no,
Joker.
let me say it. Of course.
I'll go say
Of
that.
course.
So there's 3 right there. I didn't even think about that. Are we counting AD as a big? Because
I'll let it slide.
then AD. Are we counting KD as a big? Because KD.
Kate, their primary position's the 4, but they let him dabble, so I was gonna let you slide with that.
I will be as bold as to say DeAndre Jordan.
Stop with the gigglies.
I'm just being honest. Those are, if I were to pick,
No. I
and
feel it. I
we're
feel it.
counting. I personally don't count AD and KD as centers.
Yeah,
They should be,
they're
'cause they're
really
cheat
the
codes.
4s. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the 4. They really run the 4.
There are cheat codes. I mean, KP. What about KP? Is he a center? Because I put him there too. Like,
I put
Okay.
his stats up.
put my boy Tyson Chandler back out there. Like,
Stop.
I'm saying, him and Will
Stop
hate
it.
on me so much. for
No,
liking
Tyson Chandler. No,
Tyson
I don't
Chandler.
hate Tyson Chandler. Tyson Chandler is great, but he's not better than Rudy Gobert. And they do the same thing. Him and Tyson Chandler and Rudy Gobert are the same dude, except Rudy Gobert is French and he got bigger hands.
I'll take Brooke Lopez. I'll take Robin Lopez. I don't know about Robin Lopez.
Whoa!
I'll take Brooke.
I'll accept Brooke. Now,
Look,
now
you know-
speaking of what we were talking about earlier, people that centers players that are slept on, Brooke Lopez is slept on.
Yeah, so is Robin.
Robin
I don't know how he's made it this far.
Because he's a pretty decent big, but okay.
I don't know how he made it this far, and I hated him with the Suns.
George said. That's funny, George. Oh man. Yeah. Shaq is right. Rudy is a clown. So
He got to be a clown.
yeah,
There's
He
30
got
teams
to-
in the league.
to clap
And
back at
he's-
Shaq. Yeah, you're a clown.
No, he didn't say anything rude. He didn't say anything rude. Rudy Gobert didn't say nothing bad about this man. There is no beef. If people want to keep speaking negatively about me or keep discrediting what I do, it's on them. And all that does is show who they are. I will always be happy for a brother beating the odds, and I'm going to keep beating the odds. There's nothing negative about Shaq in that.
Seems like
No, you want it to be like on the Damian Lillard tip. Damian Lillard clapped back at Shaq. Rudy Gobert didn't say anything bad. He said, "You beat the odds, and I'm gonna try to do the same."
what odds did Shaq beat?
I don't know. That's what he said.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he's trying to call Shaq fat in some way there, saying he beat the odds.
What?
Fuck Rudy Gobert. Moving on.
He didn't say anything bad about him. All right, Carmelo Anthony passed Tim Duncan for fourth all-time scoring.
Did you just say Carmelo passed Anthony Duncan?
No. I was reading. I was reading. Your man George is wild out here.
I know, he's hilarious.
Carmelo
Kinda
passed.
wild, too.
Carmelo passed Tim Duncan and is now 14th in all-time scoring.
I mean, that was to be expected. He's a scorer, so I mean, I'm not.
How do you feel about that?
Not surprising, honestly.
Yeah, like
It's really not surprising.
Before we go, Becky Hammon got to coach her first game, and
I thought that was awesome.
that's great.
I thought it was awesome.
And do you think that when Greg retires that he'll let her take over his coaching
it's
position?
100% what's going to happen.
Absolutely, yeah.
I hope so.
Yep.
The writing is written on the wall, for sure.
And she deserves it. Give her a shot. Absolutely.
Devin Booker and Paul George got into it, and me and Makai discussed this a little bit earlier. Hypothetically speaking, if they were to fly, who are you taking and why?
If they were to fight?
Oh, Devin Booker or Paul George?
Yeah.
If they were to fight?
Devin Booker told Paul George he's soft. Paul George told him, watch your mouth.
We don't have that graphic, man.
Oh, so are you asking who would we taking a fight?
Yeah, who do you think
I
hypothetically
think
would
Devin
won?
Booker would fuck Paul George up. He looks like he's about that life.
So I said the same thing. I said I picked Devin Booker because I'm like, he's light skinned. I feel like he's been
looked
challenged
like-
all
yeah,
his life.
I think yeah.
And he already went through the crucible of being light skinned. So I think he wanted all that smoke. That's just me. And then we looked up where they're both from. And then Paul George is from Palmdale. And then Devin Booker is from, what was it, like Ocean Shore, Michigan or some shit.
So
So who you taking?
He from the hood.
I'm taking nobody because that ain't going nowhere.
But if they
Hypothetically.
I'm taking Paul.
Okay.
All right.
Taking Paul George.
Yeah. No, I'm not mad at it.
You know why I'm taking Paul George?
Why?
The most random thing ever.
Why?
He's got bigger hands.
Give a fuck.
Sometimes that matters.
Yeah,
Because
no,
that
you're
does
he
matter.
throws one
Sometimes.
haymaker.
That does matter.
Sometimes.
That does
but
matter.
I still, just looking at Devin Booker, he looks like he's about that. Like, I'm going to fuck you up.
I don't see that in any way.
I don't see that either.
The only thing
I don't see that either.
The only way I see that is if you're going, oh, you want to 1v1 me, bro, in Fortnite? And then Devin Booker's like, yeah, I'm about that life. That's the only way I see that.
I only
So
took
you're saying
Devin
a
Booker.
common
I only
challenge,
took
not a
Devin
fight.
Booker because I feel like I feel like all his life people fucked with him for being light skinned.
That doesn't mean he's a fighter.
You take on enough fights, you get tired of getting your ass whooped.
Doesn't mean you're a fighter. What did you say, Taylor? What did you say?
So you're saying you could see him taking on like a common bullshit challenge like that, but not if someone challenged him to a fight.
He's young.
Okay.
He barked a lot. He's not about shit. And Paul George is like, I make too much money. I'm not going to get in a fight, but I'll bark back too. But if somebody's fighting, yeah, I'll take Paul George.
I'm taking Devin.
All right.
I think D Book gonna fuck him up if they ever came down to it.
So Tay, I want to ask you something.
Go for it.
You've had experience coaching kids.
I have.
What's the difference between coaching boys and girls?
Girls actually listen.
Elaborate.
That's literally the biggest key. So, coaching the boys and girls, the boys, the ones that play basketball feel like they know it all, and like the ones I coach some that play club ball and they look at it as, okay, yeah, coach, I already know what to do. Compared to the girls who do play club ball, but they're always willing to learn. You know what I mean? They take the time to listen and learn something new. And even if it is something they already know, they'll tell you, it's like, oh, I already know. Is there a way you can help me tweak it somehow? The girls, they're all about learning. The boys, on the other hand, they play too much. And I do feel like the ego is a huge, huge problem when coaching boys. Girls, on the other hand, you don't really have that problem. That's the biggest difference when it comes to coaching the boys and the girls.
Okay.
They take the time to learn, they hear you out, and they actually put what they learned on the court. Compared to the boys, they don't really do that in most cases. They kind of just go out and do their own thing. Like, that's not what we practiced yesterday. Oh, I know, but coach, I can sauce him up. I don't give a fuck if you can sauce him up. You saw such and such open. What makes you think playing ISO? That's another thing. Girls are much better teammates. Like, when it comes to teamwork, way better than boys.
So my question is, when you're coaching both of them, do you notice fundamentally like little things that they do better? Like, for example, like form in the girls' shot as opposed to form in the boys' shot?
The girls
also like, since girls aren't as athletic driving the lane, do you notice that they may or may not have a better floater or layup package?
Yes. The one thing I'll give boys in that case, when it comes to driving to the basket, they have a higher chance. They are a little bit better when it comes to floaters, stuff like that. But there are some girls I've coached where their floater is immaculate. And it's like, how? You know what I mean? I'm like, I didn't teach her that. She already had that. Like, oh, okay, so I ain't got to worry about that. But in terms of fundamentals, girls definitely do. They have better form when it comes to shooting, because a lot of the boys I coached, their form was a little off, but it worked. You know, there's only little tweaks you could do here and there for most part. But the girls, on the other hand, once they got the form down, perfect every time.
So why is it that more girls end up falling off and not continuing that path to play basketball versus boys, when girls are clearly more coachable? From your experience,
Yeah.
Working with, you said middle school, right?
Yeah.
So why from what you've seen, why do more girls not stick with it? What's the reason? What happens?
I know a lot of girls, the few that I've coached, they played club ball.
Uh-huh.
So they already have it in the spirit. Like, I know I already played travel ball and stuff like that, but I want to play for my middle school team. I want to play for my high school team. So having that experience under their belt makes them want to keep playing. There's a couple that have never played basketball before, and they just wanted to try it. Got really good at it. A lot of them that I've coached got really good at it, but some of them, they want to focus on school, or their family, they got stuff going on at home so they can't do it, or a multitude of reasons. Some of them are just really girly, like, it was fun, coach, but I don't want to do it again. Like, thanks.
Do you feel like if more girls were kind of pushed to keep playing, that eventually that would translate into women's college basketball being more watched and then the WNBA being more watched? Or do you think there's still going to be that divide no matter what?
There is going to be that divide, period. Because I had one girl who loved basketball, but she loved it when I coached her because I made it fun. And she stopped playing. She actually went on to high school. She quit because her mom and dad, because her brothers play football. They're all the D1 colleges, football and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so they looked at her, we want you to play a sport. And she felt forced to play basketball. So she quit. Just for that reason. She was like, it's not fun anymore. I look at my mom and dad like, you need to go to practice or you need to do this and that. Why aren't you watching film? She's like, okay, I don't want to do it no more. I'm not my brothers.
Right. But that's an isolated case. I'm just saying, do you think that if more girls were kind of kept the track, would the WNBA in the final product, in the long run, start getting more watchable, start getting more marketable?
No. I honestly think that boys handle being pushed a little bit better than girls do.
Okay. And that's from you physically, the experience.
Yes.
You were the one trying to push these kids,
Yeah.
and you saw the difference in reactions.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. I had some girls who genuinely get pissed, and you could see in their performance they would just be not necessarily lax. They wouldn't be thinking when they would make certain moves, and it's like, what are you doing? And so it was a huge mental battle when it came to the girls. Mm-hmm. That's probably the only difference. Granted, I'm not saying the boys didn't have their issues either. You know, some of them, same thing. Yo, coach, I'm good. But I can only speak for myself in the case when that happened. It was because they were already having a bad day, something happened at home, or whatever. You know.
Okay.
So when you sit down and talk with them, it's totally different. They're fine for the most part. But I do feel if girls did I wouldn't say if they were pushed more, but I do feel if they were more interested.
So lower the rims, bang out.
No.
No
fucking, not even now, because you got the girls dunking with no problem now. So
right, I hate.
They ain't got to lower shit now. Oh no.
I think women's basketball will be more popular.
You think women's basketball will be more popular if girls would
If they were interested in it.
stay with it through school? Or are you saying if lower the rims, bang out?
No, that's Will. That's Will and him.
That's not him. That's me and Will. What are you talking about?
Him.
I just think that I already told you how I think the popularity of the sport can get bigger. All they got to do is show the footage. Like when they showed Liz and the trainer, like just they start showing more and more of somebody getting bust, a dude getting bust. It'll happen. I guarantee it. Because the digital age that we live in, people are going to be like, you say something like, and I'm just throwing the name out. You say Kelsey Plum busts Seth Curry. And then everyone's
To be honest, I'm probably going to get the who and who, to be honest with you. Or they're going to be like, wait, Steph?
They'd
No,
be like,
Seth. Who that?
You say Kelsey Plum busts Seth Curry. And I guarantee people are going to be like, what? No.
Oh, yeah, for
Here's
sure.
the video.
Yeah.
And then it's a real bust. It's not like
I don't see it happening though. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
No.
It's not gonna happen.
I genuinely believe
Not gonna
if I agree with Nick, if there were those times, like if women
pull
were
the curtain
to-
back.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
If women
Yeah,
were,
for sure. But
yeah.
pull the curtain back and you can
We
see
already,
girls
we
getting
already
shit on.
talked about this on like episode 3. If they let them do like a shootout, like a 3-point contest or something like
Yeah,
that.
3-point contest, skills challenge. By all
Yeah.
means, incorporate them.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to see girls.
I'm not
versus
saying
boys in
Boogie.
the
I'm not
WNBA
saying
'cause-
Boogie versus Brittany Griner. I'm not
I
saying
do.
nothing like that.
So you just want to see the WNBA stars just get trashed by the All Stars in the NBA.
No, I wouldn't say that. But I'm not saying like WNBA, like pros play against pros in a professional setting. Like let's say like open runs, seeing the gym, like you see at LA Fitness and shit like that.
There isn't a
Let's-
chance.
Let's sprinkle.
No, there's
fucking
some
Liz
girls.
Cambage
There is-
go in there and
no.
play.
Skylar
Let's
Diggins.
sprinkle
Skylar
Diggins go in
Diggins
there
can
to
play.
Let's sprinkle, like you know what I mean.
Skylar
Let
Diggins
them
can
go in
play.
there
I'm
and
not gonna
play.
let you disrespect Skylar Diggins.
Like
Dinah
Kelsey
Taurasi
Plum
can
go
hoop.
there.
It is
Dinah
not.
Taurasi
No,
can hoop.
it's literally a
Elena Del Don. You.
I will give you I will give you whatever starting 5 of the WNBA you want for second string in the NBA right now.
Second string.
Easily.
It would have to be. No. It would have to be. It would have
So
to
there's
be.
no match.
It would have to
There's
be.
no match.
But it'd be.
would have
Tell
to
me,
be.
it wouldn't be cool.
But
though,
that's not
to watch
bad.
that, though.
That's not bad. That's
To see,
not
like, to see
bad.
them
not
on
equal.
open run.
It's not equal. We talk about equality. That's not equal.
We didn't talk about equality on today's episode.
No, but I'm just saying. No, but I'm saying like
between them and the creator.
I'm just.
But
saying,
I'm saying, I'm just
there's
talking about.
There's a physical difference between
I'm
the
just
two. And
talking
there's no
about
hate.
generating more popularity in the WNBA. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying
There should be.
pull back the curtain on some of that shit.
there
Let it
should-
happen.
Yeah, there should be like the teams that aren't doing anything for All Star. Get WNBA involved with that a little bit. Do some fun.
I'll tell
stuff.
you what. I'll tell you another thing they could do. No, that wouldn't work. I'm lying. Nope. It sounded good in my brain. I was
Like, imagine the first time a player blows by one of these girls and accidentally grabs a titty or like grazes a titty. Like, it'd be, oh my god, that's not fair. We had titties.
Me too.
Like, it just doesn't. It doesn't. Like, physically, it can't happen. That's why it's only boys and girls. Sorry.
Physically, it can't happen.
They can do the
There's
girls-
only 2 genders.
They can do the girls skill challenge and they can do the
I'm
3-point shootout.
I'm okay with
Facts.
doing. I'm okay with even mixing girls and women's and men's skill challenge and the 3-point contest.
So
together.
you know
I'm a fan of that.
I
I'd love to
always
see it.
say, what is that called? Where it's like one veteran player, one WNBA player, and one current player.
it's the Celebrity All Star game.
No, it's like where they like shoot from the 3-point line, shoot from the half court, and then whatever. I don't know what that challenge is.
Oh, that's just the hey. Do you want to be involved because you can still shoot because you're old? Come on, play. Oh, the WNBA needs ratings. Let's just throw a girl in there too.
If they did that, if they did the 3-on-3 with one of the girls, the 15.
They're doing that in the Celebrity All Star game now, where they have like
Oh, okay.
a couple WNBA girls, a couple.
No,
legends.
that's the Celebrity All-Star game. I know the difference between that
yeah,
and nobody cares.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Lower the rims.
That's because you watch.
Lower the rims.
That's because you
Will,
watch
I'm
it.
with you. Will, I promise, I'm with you. Lower
That's
the rims.
because you
Let 'em
watch
jam
it
on each
for
other.
the celebrity. You watch it for the celebrities. You want to see J. Cole attempt to dunk.
I actually don't want to see J. Cole attempt to dunk.
I do. You
Literally,
wanna watch J. Cole?
the only reason I watched the Celebrity All-Star game
Or
was to
Justin
see
Bieber?
Ray Allen go off. That's it. In the hopes that one day they're going to be like, hey, Shaq, you want to, like, dunk on somebody? And he's like, yeah, for sure. Like, I want to see that.
Why'd you have to close your eyes when you did that?
I don't know. I don't know. I channeled my inner Shaq on that. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Any closing thoughts? Any shout outs?
If you have a stupid shout out, I'm punching you.
Stupid shout out.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Shout out to all the women out there who out there hooping
Oh, for sure.
and, you know, dunking on other women.
Once again, Nick has
100%.
season tickets to the Aces because I believe in you guys.
Well, I 100%. Yeah.
Shout
sure.
out to Asia Wilson
Yep.
for getting an MVP. Shout out to Liz Cambage winning
When
championship
that
in
ring
Australia.
with the Flyers, she got her ring. That
Come
was
back,
dope.
Come back out here.
That was dope.
I support you, ladies. They don't have to lower the room. That's
Lower
it.
the room.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Do you guys know any coaches, trainers, or local businesses that would like their airtime to expand their franchise? Drop a comment via social media, and we will make it happen, Captain. Please like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. 3-Point Play Podcast, January 21st.
Drip, baby.
Did you say January 21st?
You want to buy some drippy drip?
Did I?
Yeah, he did. You
January
wanna buy
5th,
some?
2021.
You wanna buy some drip? My fucking computer just
Play the
turned
intro. Play the intro and take us out.
off. Outro, baby. Drip.
I just say trip.